So for a covered call, a buy right is known as when you basically have no position and you buy stock and you sell a covered call against it at the same time. You're typically doing that for a net overall debit, and it's done as one transaction. Or traders will also come prepared with a portfolio of stocks and decide to write calls against their long holdings. That's also known as a covered call. So a buy right and a covered call are essentially the same thing. A buy right is simply the transaction done in one transaction. A covered call is when you already own the stock and you sell either an at the money or out of the money call against it. So the primary goal for any covered call position is one, to increase returns. And anytime we sell options, that premium that we take in when we sell the options is ours to keep. Okay. And that's whether the option is assigned or not. Okay. So the idea is to generate additional premium over and above any dividends that the stock pays, plus any upside returns that stock provides as well. So it's an income generating stream. And this is the most important part. Anybody who's thinking about doing a covered call is doing so with the forecast that they are neutral to moderately bullish on the underlying stock over the lifetime of the short call. So if I'm all of a sudden really bearish on my particular stock, let's say I own 100 shares of a particular stock, it's run a long way, I'm really worried maybe earnings are coming out and I want to protect myself. Well, selling a covered call is going to afford you a little bit of protection, but it's really not going to afford you a ton of protection on the downside. So if I'm very bearish, this is not the strategy for me. If I'm extremely bullish and I think the stock could possibly go up 20% or 30% over the next 2 or 3 months, well, then I'm certainly probably not going to sell a 10% out of the money call against it, because I'm effectively capping my upside by selling an out of the money call. So if I'm very bullish on a security, this is not the strategy for me. So this is a strategy for somebody who essentially is kind of neutral on their shares, but moderately bullish. Maybe